Hey everybody, welcome back to No Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Durarara. Thanks again to BPrinsta for sponsoring this episode. We're gonna have some fun here today. First, we got some comments here, so let's see what people got to say. We got Master Detective from the Patreon for Rampant Evil, saying, Simon was the narrator this episode. It was his voice, but his tone was slightly different. Occasionally, the narrator for an episode will be an in-universe character, so stay on your toes for that. There's only one girl with a neck scar. Henri found her, then figured she found the wrong person and ran away. Seiji then found the neck scar girl at the end of the episode. You have her named Mika Harimi on your chart, but I'd leave the name blank until the show tells you. You'll notice the opening lists the names of the characters one by one, but doesn't for her. Interesting relationship that comes up this episode are A, Kira and Izawa seem to already know each other. B, Shiju and Selty seem to know each other. I also like the way you're thinking about the story. In an ensemble cast scenario, who is a protagonist and who is an antagonist is entirely relative.
Oh, there you go, Griff. You heard it. It's their relatives.
They were all related. It's all one big crazy family.
Their relatives are both the protagonists and the antagonists.
Yeah. I think this is specifically in reference to the way you were thinking last time, like your fun perspective on things. But yeah, no, I think that's probably the best way to go about it. But it's still funny to try to think of a guy who messes with people, has them kidnapped for fun, and then tells them to jump off of roofs. Yeah, no, they're a protagonist. Or I guess a protagonist of their story, right?
Yeah.
So funny to think of as we go ahead. I guess I was at least on point with the narrator. I'm just still wondering what the significance of that is, because Simon narrating that episode didn't seem to be here or there, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking back to like Hellsing Abridged, where the dead character, the person who died last episode, narrates the next episode, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, that could be an interesting take, though I don't think it applies here that directly yet. I think that we just got to gather more evidence, right? What does it mean? We'll find out soon. We also got a comment here from the War on Reactors from the episode Rampant Evil saying, it's been a while since the last episode. Griffin sure got tripped up on the Japanese lesson. Should I do another one? Well, if you love seeing me confused, go right ahead.
No, last time you just tried to like skip over it all.
I get embarrassed at being terrible at things too, you know?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, you're like, that word means this, that word means this. I'm like, no, read it out. That's the lesson.
The four people crossing the background had common gang colors. Aha, I was correct about that. Actually, Simon was the narrator. All right. Other anime references to the episode include Flame Haze is a reference to Shakugan no Shana. Erica's quote, Pipiru Piru Piru is from Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan.
I appreciate that the word that threw you off in that sentence was angel and nothing else.
I can be your angel or your devil. Your choice. But have you ever heard of either of those two anime?
No.
All
Not
right,
unless they have alternative names.
Right, we are deep into the anime fan zone, and we haven't even reached them. maybe we will. I think that'd be a fun thing to research for next time, don't you think?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of anime out there.
Yeah.
We have a recommendations section, so yeah.
All right. From last time, the episode was, of course, Rampant Evil, where Masami Kita is out about town, feverishly trying to pick up girls, while Mikado tags along, feeling a bit confused and bewildered. I don't feel that properly sums up the whole episode for sure.
Well, I think she was actually fervently looking to pick up other girls. Or he was, rather, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real bitch when you fuck up your correction statement.
I think we had at least like 5 plots going on or something, right? We have our boys trying to pick up girls. We had one girl trying to do an investigation on someone else. We had the weird dude who keeps dropping out of school trying to find, I think, the same girl that I just mentioned.
To be fair, I think he only
Uh
dropped out of school once.
right. We also had our main, I keep saying our main antagonist, but I'm gonna say the most chaotic boy now, Izia, starting a fight. And that was kind of a whole deal, interacting with Kita for a while. So I think that's a whole bunch of stuff happened, but I'm not sure it like became one story at all for anything. Did we like start and resolve a thing this episode?
I don't think anything's been resolved. Ever.
Well,
Ever.
well, I mean, we could still say a thing at the start and at the end, like have an answer to that or something. We didn't have we just went around town with everybody. That's all we really did, right?
Yeah, it's been 3 episodes of that. Well, technically, it's been an episode and a half of that. The other half of the episode was suicidal thoughts because my parents are cheating on one another.
See, at least that was a thing that like presented a thing at the beginning, and by the end, it was more or less resolved or like followed through on, right?
Was it? I mean, she
I,
didn't kill herself.
yeah,
We really don't know what her
that's
mental
the
state is
resolution.
right now, other than she had a conversation with the Doulahan.
She changed her perspective on what was happening and is going about the problem differently now. She's not being the nosy buddy anymore. She's like people just live their own life. Uh Weird one, but I mean like it still like fits my point, right? What did we actually do last episode?
Well,
We just
you started
hung
listing
out.
5 things. You got to like the third point, and then you just trailed off.
No,
So,
I listed like five.
no, you didn't
Well,
finish. You
uh
you started making a point about a thing, and then never finished.
right. Still, I think that's still the best I can say. We hung around with all of the characters and didn't accomplish necessarily anything. We didn't even pick up a girl at the end.
Yeah, we did.
The Oh wait, no, I guess that is the through line then. We did in fact set that down. That was their goal, and at the end it did happen, just in a awkwardly more natural way.
Not
And
really.
not in the way they perceived or wanted to.
No, you're wrong again, Griff. That guy didn't pick up anybody.
Which ones are we talking about? All right, let me go ahead and look at faces here real quick. All right, Kita didn't pick up anybody. However, I guess the other one was Mikado.
Look at your recap sentence again.
Yeah, okay. Mikado is confused and bewildered. Okay. No, I thought Mikado was the one that they were trying to get a girl for the entire time. I thought that was the point.
No. What's the recap sentence say? Literally the very first sentence.
Kita is about town, fervently trying to pick up girls, and Mikado tags along, feeling confused and bewildered.
Yeah. One of these guys in that sentence is trying to pick up girls. The other
Hmm.
one is tagging along.
All right. So,
One of
Theta,
them winds up with a girl. The other one doesn't.
I feel I've done my best to like figure out what the whole episode was really about. I think I'm surrendering now. Theta, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I gave you a recap sentence. What do you want?
No. That's you did perfectly fine. It's the episode itself. But what are your thoughts about last time?
At the start of last episode, our Russian narrator Simon calls Mika and Seji both criminals. Just a note to remember.
Yeah, that's I yeah, just a note to remember. I haven't done anything yet.
Well, you didn't say your catchphrase.
Sorry.
Uh,
We're gonna have fun here.
no, let's put a pin in that.
Yeah.
New guess: the people with color are people related to the school, except the tourists were in color. Stream of consciousness: maybe it's age related, except the super old teacher was in color.
We've seen students who are uncolored.
Have we?
People who are in school uniforms who are walking around while other school protagonist characters here in our main cast are right next to them watching them walk by from the
I
same
would
school.
disagree because To my recollection, everybody we've seen in their school was in color. So if
This was
you're,
outside of school,
yeah, well, if
so.
you're denoting that, then they could be from another school.
Hmm.
You have no proof that those are people from this school because we can't fucking see them because they're not in color. But the people that are in their school, when we're in the school to see them, to my
Hmm.
recollection, are in color.
Yeah, I guess it all comes back around to what does it mean? If it is just that, then it's a perspective thing.
Well, like I said, we got to figure out the common denominator between all these people.
Hmm.
As I said, my second thought was maybe it's age related. All these people seem under 20 or under 30 rather, but no, their school teacher, super old dude, is also in color.
Yeah, yeah. So school kind of works, but then what about Izia?
Who? Which one?
Uh,
You mean me, my guy, dude, right
yeah,
below me.
exactly.
I don't know. He could be in school.
What about Celti, the person who hangs out on their motorcycle all day?
She seems young.
But going to school?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Our dropout guy's in color too, but he also went to school one day.
What about Simon? He went to a Japanese school?
Why not? He speaks Japanese.
Uh, there's a lot to go over still. I'm not saying it's not a good idea, but we gotta patch these holes up. We
No, I
gotta
mean,
make it make sense.
I said it myself. It's not a good idea. I'm stream of consciousness, just trying to
Yeah,
think of
yeah.
ideas. I said maybe they're related to school. That was literally my first one. My second sentence is, except the tourists were in color.
Hmm.
The tourists
All
didn't
right,
go to the school. They're
brand new
tourists.
theory.
They're Russian tourists.
Brand new theory. This is the Matrix. Everyone who's in color is a real person. Everyone who's grayed out is a program.
We've already done that with my whole maybe they're dead thing. Maybe they're dead and the living people are in black and white and the dead people are
Yeah,
in color.
yeah. Yeah, we've been there. What else you got?
I'm going back to my theory from episode 1 that the girl with the neck scar is the Doulahan's head, especially after Anri saw her, called her by a name, then freaked out when she saw the face and thought it was someone else.
Yeah, I guess we have the warning that things aren't as they appear. I guess it's gonna be something to keep an eye on, but then who's the body?
Mm. How would I know?
Yeah, yeah, no, we wouldn't know. We don't know yet. We got a whole story to go over there.
That's all I got.
All right. That's all we got. Nice and simple. This time, did we get a last time? Did we get a next time last time? To go over this time. Do we
Well,
get those?
hold on. Hold on one sec.
From the next time last time, so this time. Yeah, this time. Do we have it this time?
Yeah, we're about to do it, like right now.
Yeah, so now that we're doing it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some really extra stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below, join the Discord, let us know what your favorite episode of Durarara is, but don't tell us anything about it.
So, I'm looking at the chart over here, and we did like encounter the Ganguro gang girls, and I guess their
Ganguro
dude,
Gang
Hiroshi.
Girls.
Yeah.
The Triple
Ganguros
G's,
is
as we call
Saro.
them.
They're obviously a gang, and they're a bunch of girls, so Ganguro gang girls.
I appreciate that you're bringing up the board now while we're watching the show. You know where I can't bring it up on screen?
I think they stand out enough that you can picture what they looked like again. But like, they're very tangentially related to anything that happened. I'm just kind of wondering if they're gonna pop up again, because they don't feel like all-star cast characters right now.
I know what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, like, everyone else feels like they could definitely have, like, a focus episode around them and then, like, critical to what's going on. It feels like Hiroshi and the gang were just kind of there as an event, like, as color for the city.
Are you saying that because they're Ganguro?
Oddly fitting, but not precisely, no. But, oh. Oh, we're just going over what's happening.
Clearly not a man.
Maybe the show's just trying to trick us out. We're gonna come back around, and this is literally just like Batman origin style up thing for.
I don't think they
For her.
interrupted the opening before to do that.
I feel like they've done that.
I don't remember them interrupting the opening before.
Fair.
Which means
Still
that the
on the
opening can change. Which means there's hints in the opening. Which means going back over the opening every time.
Have fun with that one.
You know, it's what I'm here for. It's clearly not a man's body.
They don't know that.
They see it.
They see a motorcyclist.
No, they point it out every time.
Ah, very clearly a man in that picture.
Oh, look,
hey, there they are again.
Not AAA characters, what the fuck that means.
みんな饒舌だ。また出たみたいですね。例のバイク。でも首がないなんて本当なんですかね。ただの趣味の悪い噂ですよ。でも結構本当らしいって噂も聞きますよ。
Yeah, start with the things that make more sense first.
人間じゃなかったらありえるんじゃないですかね。本当に関わり合いになった人は寡黙になるらしい。
ごめんなさい。よくわからないんで。
So who's our investigator here is the
Sorry, I got
question.
a roof to jump off of.
あの伝説の首なしライダーにどんな印象を抱いてる？怖い？かっこいい？実はなんだかいい人そう。
Says the person who knows.
Yeah.
どう受け止めたらいいのかわからない？
So what's the purpose of this? Unless it's like in the past and he's figuring it out for the first time or something.
ルール面々とした話になるが、稀有壮大な心で聞いてほしい。
God damn it. She's a
まず
smoker.
は自己紹介しよう。僕は岸谷信羅、24歳。この町でモグリの医者をやっている。あえて言えば出張闇医者だ。非合法な武器で傷ついた人たちの手当てとか、顔を変えなきゃならない人たちの整形手術とか。
Ooh, there we go.
You better
That's
hurt my best patient, the Joker.
腕もいいし信頼もあるんだ。さて、いよいよ本題だ。ただいま。
Once changed the face of Yoshikage Kira.
Say, that looked like the fluff of the jacket of my dude.
そう。僕はあの首なしライダー。セルティ・ストゥルルソンと同居してい
I
る。
guess I was wrong.
Ugh.
帰ったよ、セルティ。こっちはよくある簡単な仕事だったよ。そっちはどうだった？
覗くな。
あ、ごめん。なんていうか、いやらしい意味じゃなく、ついうっかり。
So he can hear the writing.
ああ、なんかイラついているようだね。
What a
カルシウム
weird
の摂取
thing.
が必要かな。
卵の殻でも食えというのか。
ああ、いいんじゃないかな。もっとも僕はあれだ。栄養学には疎いから卵の殻に
Egg salad might make you gassy.
含まれているのか。どれだけ吸収
I don't think eating eggshells is a good idea.
そもそも
Drink some
君の
milk.
脳みそがどこにあるかもわからないのに、カルシウムがどれだけ有用かってこともあるけどさ。
黙れ。
I mean, the head thing.
眼球の存在しない君には一体この世界がどう
Yeah, I'm gonna say, how do you hear? You have no ears.
自分で理解できないものを他人に教えることはできない。
彼女には首がないけど視界もあるし音も聞こえるし匂いも感
I
じる。
guess that's a good way to put it. It's like I have no idea either.
You're suggesting that she eats too. How's she doing that? Just shove it down her throat, neck thing?
Yeah.
これは僕の推理に過ぎないけど、君の体から絶えず染み出しているその 影のような不思議 SF とんでも物質。その粒子が光の代わりに周囲に放たれ、跳ね返ったところを吸収し、周囲の情報を得ているという。
I love how logical he's trying to be about this. This is definitely my dude right now.
情報が不鮮明になる。
興味ない。見えて聞こえればそれでいい。
セルティ、君はいつだってそうだ。君の感じる世
I
界。
mean, you'd think he would have tried to capture some of it if that was the case.
Oh, there we go. That's a thesis statement if I've ever seen one.
これは何も視界だけの話じゃない。価値観の問題でもある。人間としての価値観ではなく、
Actually, just laying it out even more.
ただ一人の妖精。デュラハンとして見た世界の価値ってやつをさ。
I was worried about a
Dropping
freeze
by
for a
just a
second.
in person.
ん？どうしたんだい？よかったら話してくれよ。何があったのか。今日の仕事、折原君は簡単だって言ってたけど。
仕事自体は何事もなくあっさり終わったんだ。
で？本当に運び屋様々だね。あんたあっての俺、俺あってのあんた。
後の方は認めたくないな。
そう言わないで。これからもよろしく頼むよ。あんたとは仲良くやっていきたいんだからさ。
Ah, yeah, it's just dealing with him. Yeah, that's stressful.
Well, I mean, the first thing you saw her literally do other than
おっと、間違いなく気のせいだよ。
was work for
と
him.
ころでさ、
Yeah.
あんたデュラハンって知ってる？アイルランドの首がない妖精のことらしいんだけど、最近代々木公園に流れてきた似顔絵描きのじいさんが昔それを見たって言ってんだよね。そのじいさんがさ、首がない首がないって騒いでたらしいんだ。それって要するにデュラハンってやつの首のことかな。
There's gotta be a Japanese yokai that's just a body with no
まだ
head.
そこにいるのか。
You don't need to
It
pull into
seems
Irish
possible.
lore for a different version.
I guess it all depends on what you want to go with for your theme, right?
やっぱり気になるんだ。セルティ・ストゥルルソンは人間ではない。俗にデュラハンと呼ばれるケルト伝承などに歌われる妖精の類である。
Celty the Celtic?
Suppose so. Rather on the nose then.
ああ、あの人ならもういないですよ。ねえ、あの人横浜行くって言ってなかった？
I didn't hear the first half of the conversation because I wasn't out there with
コスタ
you.
バワーと呼ばれる首なし馬に引かれた二輪の馬車に乗ってやってくる。彼らが訪れるのは死期が迫った人間がいる家だ。
So was Shinigami.
Yeah, the local Reaper.
もしうっかりと扉を開けてしまったら最後。たらいっぱいの血液を浴びせかけられる。そんな不吉で死の
So
匂
you
いに
get
満ちた伝説と
you die
現実の彼女の
in
姿
someone else's
簡単に
blood.
は結びつかないね。首がないことを除いて
Maybe the gray in color is
彼女がなぜ
Celty's
この日
vision
本
of
この東
things.
京、この池袋にやってきたのか。
Maybe that starts to make
なぜこ
sense
んなに
now.
も自
Then
分の
why
首に
is
こだわって
Celty
い
seeing
る
a super old
の
man
それをこれから
school teacher in color?
Another good reason. Another good question.
Why is Celty seeing Russian tourists in color?
今から20年前のことだ。
Maybe they're all doomed to
彼
die
女がある
soon.
山の中で不意に目を覚ますと、いつの間にか
That's
首が
not
なくなっていた。
Everyone we've seen
その瞬間に
in
気づいた
color is someone that will
様々な
die by the
記
end
憶
of the
が
show.
欠落していたこと。それは
Certainly
自分
explains
の
the
行動の理
90-year-old
由であった
man.
り、ある程度遡った過去の記憶であったり。けれど、自分がデュラハンであること、名前がセルティ・ストゥルルソンであること、自分の能力の使い方に関しては確実に記憶していた。
Yes, pet the horse.
そして彼女がまず驚いたのは、
私は頭で物を考えていたわけじゃなかったんだ。
ということだった。
Where did her horse go then? The horse
それ
turned
に
into
続
the
いて
motorcycle?
自分の首とおぼしき気配を感じることができるのにも気がついた。
Okay, Bayonetta.
状況を考え、
Yeah.
彼女は一つの推理をした。自分の意志はもともと体と頭で共有していたものであり、欠落した記憶は頭の中に含まれているのではないかと。そして彼女は決意した。己の存在意義を知る首を取り戻すこと。それこそが今の自分に与えられた存在。
And it's been a good few hundred years since then. No progress has really been made.
頭が自らの意思で体の元を離れたのかもしれないが、そうだとしても結局は手にしてみなければわからない。
横浜にはもういなかった。次は多摩、その次は千葉。どこへ行っても行き違いだった。
また明日にでもすればよかったじゃないか。
必死だった。自分の首がそこにあるかもしれないんだ。どうしても
Little
Can't
bit of
imagine
us-
some dude just hanging onto a random head.
このまま自分の記憶も
I mean, if you found a random head by the road, you got to pick it up and take it home, right?
A
So just
skull,
literally-
yes. A head, no.
ここまでやってきたものの、首
Well,
は
a
どうやら
head can
海
become
外
a
に渡っ
skull.
てしまったようだ。船の行き先は日本らしい。密航して後を追うと決めたはいいが、
Yeah, why wouldn't you look for your head in Ireland?
これは馬の死骸に憑依させたデュラハンの使い魔のような存在だ。いざとなれば消し去ってしまうこともできたのだが、果たしてその後にどこへ行ってしまうのか。その記憶は多分頭の中だ。そう思うと消し方が分かっていて
And
も、
my first thought is incarnations of immortality. In that death has a horse named Mortis, and Mortis can turn into any mode of transportation.
そんな
Because death has to go everywhere.
I do love just like all the facts and lore we're getting here. But then again,
それ
this
に
is
出会っ
also,
たんだ。
I suppose, just from Shinra's perspective or what he thinks he knows.
結局どこにも見つからなかった。けど
ああ、その似顔絵描きなら知ってるぜ。
一昨日くらいから南池袋公園に来てたんだ。
そうだ。一緒に行ってやろう
I could throw you there.
か。そんなんじゃ不便だろ。な。
さあ、できたよ。
うわすっごいアリサより美人にかけてる。ちょっと
It's gonna be annoying.
さすがですね。
Too
Guess
good
what?
at your art
描
job.
きたいものもま
Yeah.
とにかけないありさまでね。
ありがとうございました。
どういたしまして。またおいで。ああ、すまんがもう暗いんでな。今日はこれで終わりだ。
デュラハンを見たってのは本当か？
ああ、ああ、本当だと思う。私が若い頃、アイルランドの山の中で見た。間違いなくこの
Yeah, why wouldn't you look for your head in Ireland?
首をなくしたとはどういう意味だ？
首をなくしたそうじゃない。首がないんだ。首がどうしても決まらない。ほれ。女だった。それもひどく
Wait, you
美
never
し
had a
い
head?
女だった。
Is that even possible?
霧の深い夜、
Maybe.
山道
Could
で
be
すれ違
true.
った。ものすごい勢いで走り去っていった。恐ろしくも美しい姿だった。この世のものじゃない。そう直感した。宿に帰って話をすると、それはデュラハンに違いないと言われた。古くからその地に住んでいるんだそうだ。
なぜあなたのデュラハンは首を抱えてないんだ？
書けないんだ。書けば書くほど違って見える。あの日の記憶は確かなのに、どうしてもあの女にたどり着くことができない。
Oh, that's the worst thing for her to
そ
hear
の
right
女の
now.
髪の色は、目の色は、表情はどんなだった？
I mean, I don't expect any living
それを
person
口にできるなら
to be
絵
able
に
to
し
help
よう
her,
とは
considering
思わ
how
なかっ
old she
ただろう
seems。to be.
そういえば最
But
近
this
妙
guy
な男
apparently
が
seems to
訪
have
ねてきてな。
at least
その
been
男は
around
この
for
絵
it.
はこれで完璧だと言うんだ。彼女は首がなくていいんだとね。変わった男だった。
Yeah, but look how old he is.
なん
Look how young he looked in the flashback.
あの経験は私の人生で最高のものだ。あの夜が一生だった。取り戻したいんだ。あの瞬間、あの時の記憶を。
There we go. A quest that is one and the same, but also I do like the line. It's like maybe she doesn't need to have one.
ありがとな。
なるほどね。
Just remember, she looked young to him in his flashback when he was young.
Mhm.
No telling how long she's been like this.
ない。
そのデュラハンは君かもしれないし、君じゃないかもしれない。
She just sleeved the phone.
単なる見間違い
Yeah, she has a pop out sleep phone.
きっとそうだ。
It's the coolest way to store it.
私はどこに向かって走っていたんだろう。何を思い、どんな。
She's just typing the word N and M.
そんなに気にする必要があるんだろうか。
Her hand didn't go any further back and forth than the space bar and the letter above it.
だからといって、今のままでは君の望みの達成は前途良縁だ。
何が言いたい？
単純に言おう。諦めなよ。
Wow.
その変わった男の言ったこと、当たってるんじゃないかな。首、なくたっていいんじゃないかな。自分の首を探すのはもうやめてさ。二人でどこかに行こうよ。どこでもいい。君が望むなら、僕はどんな手を使ってでも君を故郷に返してみせる。僕もそこへ行くよ。それでずっと一緒に。
お前のことは嫌いじゃないが、今こうしてここで暮らしているだけで。
I mean,
Ah,
anime
well,
I've
then,
ever
yeah.
heard I don't hate you line in.
十分だ。
だったらさ、せめてもうちょっと女の子らしく。
もういい。
Your hand broken.
やっぱり僕の価値観と彼女の価値観には違いがあるのだろうか。観は旧大。さっきの続きを話そうか。
Transmission.
船に乗ってからの彼女
What
の
was the whole of that just to test her then, or
I'm more focused on the fact that it seems like he was telling somebody else and not just talking to him back and forth.
I guess this is him like writing his findings.
You said transmission, not recording.
Intermission.
Transmission.
初めて見た時は驚いたものさ。僕が4歳の時だった。僕は父さんと一緒に日本へ帰る途中だった。父の信玄はお世辞にも普通とは言えない人間だ。僕が見たことを聞いたら、親としては一生に伏すのが正しい態度じゃなかろうか。しかし父さんは違った。医者としての差がなのか、がぜん興味を持ったんだ。
My soon-to-be dead dad.
ご婦人、失礼だがあなたには首がないというが本当かな。
父さんは言った。
Same pen twirling as the guy in Ireland.
あなたを解剖させてくれれば居場所を提供しよう。彼女は承諾した。打算もあればいろいろ不安もあったろう。この時のことを彼女はあまり覚えていないらしい。人間用の麻酔はあまり効かず、ショックが強かった
Blood and more smoke.
痛覚はあるようだが、人間よりは
Also, by the way, son, observe this.
I'm sure this will have no effect on you.
心臓がない。どの臓器も形だけで何の機能もしていない。血管があるのに血は通っていない。ただ肉があるだけだ。まるで生きている人体模型だな。ただし見ろ。
Oh.
こいつどうやったら死ぬんだ。
It's interesting because it's like
ひどい父親だろう。
I made a fake body and I made all the fake parts of it too. It's like weird.
けど、こんな教育のおかげで医者の技能が身についたんだから、何が幸いするかわからない。
どうした？
一目見た時から彼女に見せられていた。
Oh, this is definitely getting slightly creepier in
一緒に
context.
暮らしたこの20年間、 全く変わってない。そして彼女は運び屋の仕事をしながらずっと自分の首を探してる。首が戻ったら彼女はどうするつもりな
Why
の？
did she even start working as a
彼女はど
courier?
うなってしまうんだろう。
Money.
彼女の意
She
志は
didn't need
そ
anything.
のまま首の意志なんだろうか。それとも。
何を撮ってるんだ？
Clearly needs a place to
ああ、い
stay.
や、
She
なんていう
didn't.
か、
That does.
甘い
She
日常の
doesn't
断
need
面を一切
anything.
合切語り尽くした
Technically, she doesn't need her head either.
Oh, he's living that Twitch streamer life.
I told you transmission.
悪かったよ、セルティ。じゃあこの辺で続きはまたいつか。おお、完璧じゃないですか。
ああ、どこが完璧なんだ。デュラハンは首を抱えているのが本来の姿なんだぞ。
別になくたっていいんじゃないですか、首なんて。
いいわけがない。実物を見ていないからそんなことを言うんだ。世にも美しい女だったんだよ。
ですよね。
ん？
でもやっぱり首はない方がいいな。その方がチャーミングですよ。これで完璧です。
Yeah, we know you're a weirdo
お
now.
じいさんも悩むけど
You've told us the whole story.
かけなくたっていいんです。ずっとこのままで。
だが私は書く。
いいんですってこれで。
変わった
I
男
feel
だ
like this is some sort
な。
of weird episode about accepting people the way they are and not how you want them to be.
Yeah, it there's a lot going on here, but at least that like comes together as like a good like core thesis, right? They put it out pretty early, followed through on it, and we could see how Shinra is just happy to have Celti as she is.
Well, I mean, his whole thing is clearly about, not judging people the way they are, but then we're presented to him like this underground doctor who does weird experiments and shit. And the thorough through message there is he's saying don't judge people, so we the viewer should not judge him.
Right. Shinra definitely like is a really weird character then overall. We like you said, we got like all the underground stuff. We have him like doing surgery as a young kid, but he's like continually affable through everything. But like obviously just being like on the surface nice doesn't mean much of anything.
Yeah, being affable
If he's
doesn't
like
make you
secretly
good.
pulling experiments on Celti the whole time. But of course, like Celti is clearly continually upset about like not having the head and like lacking a completeness of self. Obviously, like that would obviously be like the core of that. That's what
It still doesn't make
her
sense to me
story
that
is.
you go to another country to find your head when you have no idea if it's even in the country you're in.
I think they said that they feel it.
俺のラブラブゲッチュでハートブレイキンな日常を知りたいか？なら君のハートのチャンネルをこのシャイでクールなキラマサオミに合わせてくれ。次回、妖刀君か300年に一度のチャンスを見逃すな。
I feel like the
Alright.
hint there is that the false advertising is going to be how he picks up chicks. He presents himself as something that he's not.
That I think that would definitely follow with what was happening last time, and we get the deep review of what his activities actually are or mean. Which is good. We get to understand what the hell Kita is about, because that's been a bit of a mystery too, hasn't it?
Not really. He's the first person we met, and then our main character went on about his backstory with him the whole time. And then we spend time with him between classes. He's literally the person we know the most about.
But at the same time, we don't know what he's up to or what he's really into as, like, what groups he's about, what activities he's doing on the side. It seems like there's more there than, like, is being told, for sure, right?
Sure. Well, it's not like I did a whole breakdown of this, like, 2 episodes ago, but sure, okay.
Yeah. But hey, we have, new connection here, Salty to, Shizo. At least a more definitive one now. It appears that they are just literally in league, know about each other, and just are perfectly fine hanging out.
I mean, it's the same line, isn't it?
It's black right now. I guess it goes to green. They seem to be more friendly than anything.
It's true.
At least that's my
That's
impression
fair
of
enough.
things. Like, but I guess it does help indicate that we have more of a focus on like the Celty Dullahan lore of the show. That like right now it does feel like we have two different shows here, right?
How do you mean?
On one hand, we have this strange supernatural kind of Batman story with Celty, who goes around doing a whole bunch of things, has basically a small set of superpowers and a big mystery around her. And that's like, okay, that's a good core thesis for a show. We have like a show around Celty. No, we don't. We have 17 other characters who may be slightly related to Celty, but are having their own time and doing their own little slice of life thing.
I mean, it could just be a moment in time, right? It might not have anything to do with Celty.
Yeah.
Celty is just there in this. Sorry, I can't remember the breakdown of the Granite universe and how it's described, but in a world with no free will, where all past, present, and future exists as one. And everything is just on its way to being happened in your present state. The Granite universe, unchanging, unchangeable. That this moment in time in the Granite block is literally just where Celty happens to be. It isn't focused on her because nothing is focused on anybody.
I mean, like, I think that's like a good thesis, but like, is that really what we're getting here? Gosh,
well, if we were in the writer's room right now, I would obviously say no, because the tone of voice you used when you said that. I could easily walk into the room excitedly. You know what I want? Something that doesn't focus on anybody, but expresses a situation in a way, the same way that a murder mystery is, so you have to put the clues together to figure out what's happening. And then when you get the payoff, you'll be like, God, I figured it out, and you'll feel smart. See, the happy way that I explained that is different from the way that you seem disappointed in saying that.
Like, are we watching Seinfeld? This is technically a show about nothing, right?
Well, I feel like we're in the Berenstain's Bears territory then. So I've never watched Seinfeld.
Well, you know, my universe is better anyway. So
yes, I too watch the show about a sign in a field.
So Theta, I think that's my like scattering of random thoughts here. Do you got anything to go ahead and wrap this up with?
No, I'm brain dead.
All right. So
I have to watch this another 2 more times to try and figure anything out.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and recharge that brain and go ahead and pop off for here. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta. We'll catch you next time. See you around.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?